if you do have a business, how do we actually take everything that you've learnt today and then take it through to implementation? So the first thing that you need to do is understand your business model, and that's what we drew up there, and Pete had his business model as well. You need to first map out that business model. Then the next step that you need to do is understand the roles within your business. So there are a few different, you'll understand what your business model looks like, so you know what the client's going to do when they make a purchase or they get tipped into the front end of that funnel. At what point do you have to deliver products? Where is there going to be customer service? And I've given you kind of some break up there of some of those different areas. And just let me draw out this for you. Going back to some notes I made in one of the previous slides, when I broke it down, I said there was marketing, there was fulfillment.
Picture the word in front of you about yay tall, and you can say it back.
And then we've got operations. So if you imagine, you start off, you need to map out, this is a little bit of like an org chart. So you understand what your business process is. Now what you want to do is map out what are the different roles that it's going to take to deliver that end product for the client. So under marketing, there might be an SEO section, there might be a PPC section. Then under SEO, you might have subsections of e-zine, Web 2.0, whatever they are. Then over fulfillment, some that you might be creating product. You might have like sending out the product, so shipping. And then underneath creating the product, you might have, you need to write sales copy. And there might be sub things underneath creation there as well, like graphics. And then under operations, then you might have things like HR, which is your hiring. You might have legal. You might have accounting. So what you need to do is, this is going to vary for every business. So some of these sections are going to be applicable, some aren't going to be applicable. You need to map out what this is. Then the next step that you need to do is go through, and this is very Rich Schefren, if it's just you at the moment, go ahead and assign who is currently taking over that task. So it might be you, whatever, and fill it all out. Maybe you've got an assistant who already handles your customer support. So under probably operations, you might have customer support, and then maybe you write their name in there. So you want to map out, this is really key, and this is where a lot of people go wrong. They don't do this first. They hear about outsourcing, think it's a fantastic idea. They'll go and hire someone, and then they get caught up in the idea of just keeping them busy. They're not focusing on an outcome. They're focusing on tasks. So you want to make sure, once you know your profit model, then you can figure out what this is going to look like. And then you can start to match with who's actually going to do the task.
Because the biggest thing in here as well is that it's going to help your hiring process be a lot more effective as well. Because if you think about it, when people start without mapping this out first, they want to hire someone, they go outsourcing, they try and hire someone who can do this, that, and that, all in one person. And when you map it out, you really look at it and you clearly see that, hang on, completely different skill sets here. So you're not going to hire one person for 40 hours a week to be able to do your customer service, also create your video, as well as do your PPC management. That person doesn't exist. You've got to be realistic about this. So if you can break it up and see, okay, I'll hire this person for 10 hours a week, and then you also do that whole weekly process map too. You work, okay, well, I only need someone for 5 hours a week to do my PPC management. So you actually can then build up a bigger team of smaller out-taskers who do join you as an outsourcer. They work for you on a regular basis, but they're not on your payroll as an insourcer yet. This person you pay to do 5 hours worth of work a week for you, who's an actual PPC manager, as opposed to sort of getting someone to do everything. So that's the biggest thing too. Once you do that org chart, you can really get a clear picture of where people are going to fit into your business.